Hey, everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and with me, as always, is Scribe. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
The lovely ranting. Oh, my God. The lovely SDA
I
is
can be the
joining us
ranting
as well.
monkey for tonight. It's fine.
Say hello. Oh,
Hi.
shit.
Oh, shit? What?
Well, I was just telling you Chris isn't here yet, and I just got a message from him asking for the link. I forgot to link him the video.
Oh,
fuck. Chris Warski will be
You're
joining
the
us.
worst host. Yeah, you're the worst host ever.
I am
Yeah,
the
that
worst
went
host
well,
ever.
monkey.
I fucked
I
up
send
the
my
opening.
guest the link a half hour ahead of time.
Forgot to send the guest the link. Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
Man, you're just so starstruck that you got nervous. That's what
Welcome to the shit show, guys.
Yay!
Don't ever put monkey in charge of anything ever.
In my defense, I've been feeling a little bit better, and part of that is that I'm kind of over medicated. So I blame the medicine. Anyway, how are you guys while we wait for Chris?
I'm good.
I am well.
Anything you guys want to talk about?
I have Madonna's "Crazy for You" stuck in my head.
How the hell did that happen?
I don't know, but I made up my own lyrics to make it better.
Are they good lyrics?
I never thought that I could stink like this. I smell like poo. It smells like when I shit. I smell like dog doo.
That's Amy Schumer's vagina song. Like a small barnyard animal.
Yeah, exactly. Wee-haw.
Shit. I hope I sent him the right link.
You sent him like Pornhub or something? What the fuck?
Fuck me. Let me make sure.
He ends up on
Monkey.
some cam girl stream.
Monkey is a
don't judge me.
professional.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge you. I do that every... Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the right one. Okay, so he should be here any moment. Oh, fuck. And I'll need to apologize right off the bat. Yay.
I apologize.
I apologize.
I apologize. I got to watch Deadwood again. That's a great show.
Deadwood.
Yeah, next time they're here, they should be on my channel. I'll send them the link.
Well, you should let him know that when he gets here.
I will. Don't you worry. I will throw you under the bus to show myself all day long, monkey.
I hope he's over there like fuck this. I'm not coming for like 5 minutes just to teach him a lesson.
Right.
Well, while we're waiting, I was impersonated today, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure it was today. I know it's happened sometime within the last week. So if you guys get any comments or somebody's talking to you on YouTube and it says Ranting Monkey, make sure it's actually me.
There's someone here.
Chris, how you doing?
Not bad. You?
Dude, I am so sorry. I forgot to send the link.
Whatever. I fucking just finished eating my goddamn dinner. I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking late.
Well,
Yeah,
I just want to point out that next time if we're on my channel, you'll get the link before we start. So
I know it's fucking monkey. God
because
damn
I'm
it.
better.
Right?
Love you, monkey.
Yeah. Chris, have you met Scribe?
Sorry, go ahead.
Have you met Scribe and SDA before?
I don't know any. There's like more
We're
people.
strangers. You shouldn't even be talking to us. We're strangers.
All right.
Well, he's slumming it tonight.
No. We just had a conversation. We're not strangers anymore. So
I mean, don't take any candy from us or anything.
no, you can do candy from me.
Well,
Whoa.
I don't know what kind of candies you have. I don't.
Not candy corn. That stuff's disgusting.
Candy. What? Candy corn?
Candy corn. Candy corn's yucky. It tastes like
candy-
wax.
Well, I thought you said candy porn.
Candy porn? Yeah, well, I can do that too.
Well, this is something different now.
Yeah, well, you know.
New brand of candy we got here.
Hey, Chris, we're getting a little bit of static from your mic.
Really?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I'm still working on the home video setup. How's this? Is that a little better? I'm slightly lower.
Seems better.
Yeah, that's better.
Well,
better? Okay.
Oh, just got a little bit more of it.
Let me. God.
You got your phone near it or something? Maybe that's it. No.
I think it's just a setup. All right, let me know if it does it anymore, and I'll fucking switch mics or something.
Well, as you were saying that, it did it again.
Yeah.
Son of a
Boy,
bitch.
it's just amateur hour tonight.
These are the Well, you know what? These are the old mics we used, and before we just got the Yeti on the Warski Studio stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'll use it. I'll check it out. Hopefully it'll work. It'll work if I'm recording stuff in GarageBand. But fucking, I don't know about these things for live. So if it does it too many times, I'll fucking see what I can do.
Cool. All right. Citron, thank you so much. I wore actually pants at work today.
I wore actually pants. Okay.
Actually, pants. I haven't heard that brand before.
It's like, did you not wear pants before?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A new development? Like, no. Sure.
Usually he wears a skirt. Chris, I don't know if you're familiar with our format. We go over the news first, and then we cover some YouTube, and then we just shoot the shit for a while.
All right, let's fucking do it.
With that in mind, Scribbles, what do we have for the news?
Now, let's see. We have the latest and greatest in the saga that is North Korea.
Yay.
Because, now it's a war of words between...
Let me stop you right here.
Okay.
I have so far been of the opinion that Lil Kim over there is just full of shit, and he's not really going to do anything. His latest comments I'm getting a little fucking worried. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I've only just seen a little bit of this.
No, I think Baby Pants is going to do something. I think he's going to try it.
Yeah.
Well, here I think we have like what is it, little man complex, small man syndrome,
Napoleon syndrome.
I think that's all it is. But whether or not he's going to do anything is a fucking wild card. But
I think it depends on how much pussy he gets, for sure.
He's got a whole country worth of slaves, so.
I'm sure he gets enough Korean pussy.
Yeah.
Come on, what?
And also women. What? Not talking about dinner.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my
God. All right.
You get cat and vagina.
I know, right? North Korea's Kim. Trump will pay dearly for comments at UN. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said President Trump's remarks to the United Nations threatening the hermit country reflect, quote, mentally deranged behavior. This is coming from Kim, mind you.
Yes.
According to a statement released by North Korea's news agency KCNA. In the statement, Kim says North Korea will make the U.S. leader, quote, pay dearly for his speech calling for totally destroying the DPRK. Kim also states that North Korea will consider countermeasures because, quote, Trump has denied the existence of and insulted me and my country in front of the eyes of the world, unquote. I don't know he's denied the existence of you. Maybe your legitimacy, but that's different. Asked to respond to Kim's statement, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, told CNN Thursday night, not at this time. Okay. The release of Kim's statement comes after North Korea's foreign minister delivered a scornful response to Trump's threat, likening it to the sound of a dog barking. Speaking of dinner. Ri Yong-ho, who is in the U.S. for the United Nations General Assembly, said he, quote, felt sorry for the president's advisors after a fiery speech to the UN Tuesday. In his debut address to the world leaders, Trump vowed to totally destroy North Korea if the U.S. was forced to defend its allies. Referring to Kim by a nickname he first used in a tweet Sunday, Trump said, Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and his regime.
Is he mad about the Rocket Man thing? Because, there's a man in there, which is better than what most people get.
Is that all it says about Kim's comments?
Well, on this article, yeah, I don't know. Did he say something else?
Well, yeah, he basically threatened the U.S.
Okay, let me see if I can find a different.
Listen, if he does anything, I think it's going to be over really damn quickly. Like,
of course it is.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So, how much do you poke the bear at this point? I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I was stepping on you. Go ahead.
I was just thinking he's just a wild card. Like, either he's gonna do it or he's not. And honestly, you just you let it. That's like, there's unfortunately no other way, in my opinion, that you can deal with that. Because if we make the first strike, it's gonna make America and the West look like, oh, we're all the fucking world police and shit. And so you kind of have to let them do what they're gonna do. But if they do one action, then it's done. Like that's over.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just waiting for him to actually do it. But like you said, the second that he does it, it's going to be over. The only concern that we're going to have once that happens is worrying about collateral damage, because obviously you don't want something to happen to South Korea or Japan or a lot of the other surrounding countries.
Well, the stupid thing
Yeah,
about
that's-
it is, like you say, we have to wait until they do something, which means we're going to have to effectively sacrifice some unknown number of people before we actually have a justification to act, I guess. And whose fault is that going to be that we got to that point?
Yeah.
Well, China's and everybody else, and anybody else who was sort of like stopping us from
No,
doing
no,
something
no.
more drastic.
It's gonna be Trump's fault.
Yeah,
And
I
China's
know.
still cool.
I know.
Real quick, a few super chats. Thank you, Citron. Zombies, please. Thank you, Base Mama. God damn it, my chat jumped. I hate when that happens. Thank you, Base Mama. Chris is on my garage band. We're called Sentient Anal Leak. Jesus Christ. Sentient Anal Leakage and also an Asian. And thank you, Sweeper Steven. Just stopping in to show some love, and thanks for the shout out in your last video, Monkey. It was badass. And sorry, but not sorry about the tongue butter stuff I did on your live stream, Chris.
What? I don't. What?
Tongue
Sweeper
buttering turtle
Steven.
caves?
I don't even remember. Tongue butter stuff.
It's a little stream joke of ours. Sweeper goes around to everyone and announces our name and mentions tongue buttering turtle caves and asks for your opinion on it.
Oh, get you motherfucker! I had no idea what any of that meant.
That's probably better for you.
Yeah.
It is a euphemism for rimming.
Ass licking.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
we're mature and shit.
Yeah, tongue buttering
I would
the
like
turtle
to
cave.
point out that SDA had nothing to do with coming up with that euphemism for anything.
It's all my fault.
Oh, yeah.
That was not me.
You're so much more mature than us.
Yeah, no, I'm the
Yeah.
adult here.
Yeah.
Go play with your Rubik's cubes.
Okay. Lil Kim is done. What else we got in the news today?
Well, let's see. I do have something that actually comes from yesterday, but I hadn't seen it before. That Trump blames Clintons for North Korean nuke crisis.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I was dying to know the logic behind this. President Donald Trump on Wednesday blamed his former campaign rival, Hillary Clinton, and her husband, former President Bill Clinton, for the North Korean nuclear crisis. Quote, after allowing North Korea to research and build nukes while Secretary of State Bill C. also, in parentheses, crooked Hillary now criticizes, Trump tweeted. Trump was apparently referring to Clinton's criticism of his United Nations address on Tuesday night during an appearance on CBS's Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Clinton hit Trump for being dark and dangerous about the message he presented, adding he should approach the tension with North Korea with diplomacy. Yeah, because that's worked so far in the past.
How do you? Fuck. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll just read her quote, and that'll be it. Quote, I thought it was very dark, dangerous, not the kind of message that the leader of the greatest nation in the world should be delivering, she said. While, of course, when you face dangerous situations like what is happening in North Korea, to make it clear, your first approach should be always diplomatic. I don't.
What about Obama's red line?
Yeah, well, I don't necessarily disagree with her, but
I think they the U.S. tried that. They sent Rodman over there, and that was the first step, right? So one step at a time, right?
yeah. How do you top Rodman at that point? Seriously, who would want to top Rodman?
To
Well,
Trump's
they
point,
also,
real
sorry,
quick.
go ahead.
To Trump's point, the Clintons do have some blame. Bill Clinton has some blame for this with the way he handled Korea back in the 90s.
Mhm.
Very similar to the way that Obama handled Iran.
Yeah.
Just kind of pushing it off to a later date, and now we're at that later date. So there is some validity to what he said there.
Well, the only way to be diplomatic with North Korea has been to give them positive press. We were talking about propaganda in my political science class, and I think my professor is pregnant. Well, she is pregnant, but I think that's why she's crazy. Because she was talking about propaganda with North Korea, and she was like, see, North Korea is great because they let this one guy come in and make positive documentaries about them. And I was like,
What?
yeah, of course they did.
Thank you for making good propaganda for us. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's all they want, though. They just want more propaganda to say, look how good our leader is. But
Yeah.
obviously, that's not the fucking way to do this.
And if you do that, then absolutely you get and if you do the positive propaganda for them, then of course you get some diplomacy out of them. But that's the only way to do it. So I don't know. How do you be diplomatic with a crazy kid with a stick? Like what? What do you want me to do?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I am on the ball tonight. God damn it!
What'd you do?
Well, last night I announced that the Warskis would be here, and Andy couldn't make it, and I forgot to announce that at the top of the hour. I mentioned it on Twitter, and I forget that everybody doesn't follow me on Twitter.
Why doesn't everybody follow you on Twitter? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I'm funny as hell. You should follow me. But yeah, Andy couldn't make it. He had some personal things to attend to.
Yes.
So we got actually the wonderful Chris,
family friend of his, in the hospital. So
I'm actually happy it's just you, because I want to ask you questions about Andy later.
Is it? Oh, yeah, that would be perfect. By the way, is my mic still fucking up?
Yeah,
still doing it a little bit. Yeah,
occasionally.
I'm trying to prep my other microphone here, so just bear with me.
We also forgot to say something else at the top of the show. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones movies. Hit the like button if you would, and if you like our stuff, please share it, because YouTube is no threat to us anymore.
Thank you, Sir Wolfgang. Liberty is non-negotiable. Liberty Prime.
Liberty Prime.
Liberty Prime. Okay, and I'm tired of North Korea. What else we got?
Well, let's see. Do you care about Facebook and Russia ads?
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, because this is the big news for like 10 minutes or something on CNN, where it's like, oh, Zuckerberg's going to hand over Russia ad information to Congress about like fake news or something. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
It's some collusion with Russian Trump.
Well, I'll read the first paragraph and see if you care. So Facebook says it will hand Russia ads over to Congress. Facebook will share the content and related information of more than 3,000 ads it sold to Russian-linked accounts with the House and Senate Intelligence Committees, the company said Thursday. So I don't know if this matters, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like secret information, I don't think, so. So otherwise, unless you have something else to gab about, I was going to move on to the wonderful world of MSS News.
Guys, if there's a story you'd like us to take a look at, hit us up at #MSS News on Twitter. Don't forget to follow me.
Jesus.
We can't get to all of them sometimes, but we do our best to try, and we thank you so much for playing along.
Well, let's see. Now, Jack Cochran has gone to the trouble of sending us that Root article about how straight black men are the white people of black people. So I'm not going to touch that one yet.
Do it.
We were about to do a video on that. Oh, that's so dumb.
Okay, well, I'm not going to touch it for news time. Maybe we'll do it for deep topic time, because it'll take a while. But I just want to tell you that it's out there.
But it'll be fun now.
Chris, do you and Andy follow the Root?
No, I just found that out today, thanks to Tariq, actually.
Yeah.
Definitely check out their channel and their website, because they are a gold mine.
The Root is something else. The Root is it's. I mean, I could go on, but
is it garbage or is it like good?
It's garbage beyond words. But the problem is that if you watch, or they had an article the other day, and we read it on the air, where they said that we get all these questions about like, if somebody wrote an article about black people the way you write about white people, wouldn't you get offended? And they're like, no. And we're like, bullshit. Because they are racist as hell. And sometimes I can't tell. I honestly think, is this just some evil genius plot of, we're going to be a total Poe, but because we're coming at it from a racial angle, you can't claim that we're wrong, so we're still going to make click money off of it or something? I don't know.
Well, let's just put it this way. They have a top 10 black Star Wars characters list. On it are Luke, Leia, Anakin Skywalker, Chewie, and the Force. So if that gives you kind of an idea of what you're dealing with, that's the Root.
If somebody told me the Root was actually run by some really racist white guy and it was all parody, I would not be shocked.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, anyway, so going down the list here, I have one from, speaking of racial stuff, we have one from our senior staff reporter, Colleen Bernier. And this comes from Georgia, so SDA's backyard. Georgia teacher uses racial slur in attempt to comfort 9-year-old black student.
What?
I can't wait to find out this one.
What was it? Never mind. I'm not.
Wait,
Did
did he? By the way, how's this? Is this working? Is this good?
Oh, you
fine
sound
so
good
far.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is that? Did he call him a nigger or something?
Well, I don't know
Like,
what-
how does that?
Oh, wait.
You're the
Chris-
SDA of this channel now.
Well, Chris doesn't know this. Scribe doesn't read the articles before we read them live.
Oh,
So,
all right.
so we all find this
I'm-
out together.
Yeah, I'm finding out the same time you guys are. So
Okay.
It's all right. I interrupt and ask questions
Yeah.
too.
SDA does it all
Yeah,
the
but
time.
you
It's fine.
already know this. He's a
Yeah,
guest on his
well,
first time.
Scribe is the news guy. He should do stuff ahead of time. It's not my fault that he doesn't do it.
Yeah, I don't do any prep work for this show at all. Anyway, Columbus, Georgia. One elementary school in Columbus, Georgia is making headlines after one of its teachers allegedly used a racial slur while speaking to a 9-year-old student. On September 7th, Harmony Frazier, a fourth grader at Reese Road Elementary, told her parents, Equisha and Nathan Frazier, that an instructor used the N-word after a student said she was glad to be white and not black. Oh. According to the Fraziers, the teacher attempted to comfort Harmony. The Ledger-Inquirer reported that at a school board meeting, Equisha Frazier repeated what the teacher allegedly told her daughter. Quote, "At least she didn't refer to you as a dumb black Negro," Equisha Frazier said, "and I'm saying it exactly how she said it to my child." Okay. Soon after the Fraziers learned about the alleged incident, they scheduled a meeting with the school's principal, Katrina Long, to discuss the claims. While the teacher admitted to using the racial
Negro.
yeah, okay. Racial slur, the school
Yeah,
is
I
not
was
disclosing-
ready for a hard N word. Like
No.
that was a letdown.
Yeah. What the hell
Negro.
was that?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean there's not much more to the story than that. The
Can you
district is looking into it.
Can you spell Equisha for me?
Sure. Equisha is spelled Equisha. Equisha.
All right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was ready for the teacher
So
to be like, "No, it's okay, honey. She didn't say that you were a nigger. It's fine." Like that wasn't fun.
I just that's stupid. Next.
Okay. All right. This one
I have nothing to add to this.
This one comes from Froggy. Apparently, there's a video applied to this one, but I'll read the story. It's gonna autoplay the video, isn't it? No? Ooh, okay. The UPI is my new favorite news site now. They don't autoplay videos. This is from September 14th. Huh, okay. Police in Massachusetts said a suspect who led troopers on a chase tried to hide out by applying for a job. But he was arrested during his interview. Massachusetts State Police told CBS Boston that Jose Jimenez, 26, of Lawrence, was wanted for assault and battery with a dangerous weapon after an incident last week when he ran over a police officer's foot while fleeing a traffic stop, and he again led police on a chase Tuesday. Troopers said Jimenez managed to lose them before abandoning the Toyota Camry he was driving in a parking lot and running into a nearby business, Osprey Wireless. Security camera footage from the business shows Jimenez casually entering the store, resting his arms on the front desk and asking if the shop is hiring. General Manager Jeff Moran took Jimenez into his office for an interview. Moran said the demand did not give any indication that anything was amiss. Quote, "I introduce myself. He introduces himself to me. Cool as a cucumber. No sweaty hands, clean shirt, pretty well groomed." Moran said the interview was going well, so he had Jimenez fill out an application. Police, meanwhile, discovered the abandoned Camry, began searching the vehicle and the surrounding area. Quote, "I see all these police cars from every direction pulling into the parking lot, scrambling around," Moran said. "I said, boy, there goes a police dog by the window." He goes, "Let me see." And he gets up, walks it to the window. Service manager Brian Carpenter said he had a suspicious feeling about the situation and went out to talk to an officer who showed him a photo of Jimenez. Carpenter led officers to Jimenez, who was arrested about 8 minutes into his interview.
That's clever. I got to give him credit.
That's classy.
Yeah.
Well, how do we know?
Because instead of running, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn over a new leaf here.
Exactly.
Like he's got to stop And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna do it the right way. Now usually
And
people
it
go
was
to jail and
going
they do rehab and
well.
all that.
It was going well too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I would have fucking hired him. Why not? If he's willing to turn over a new leaf, why not? Huh? Skip the whole jail, skip the rehab stuff, get right to it.
You know, it'd be great if they hired him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they were just like, like, look, it's bad that you're kind of, that's not nice, but that was smart.
We believe in second chances.
When you get out, come see us.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. This one comes from, again, Colleen Bernier. Hot single female paints sultry yard sign to lure lineman post Irma.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. Monkey's talking to Lady Monkey.
No, it's not me. That's Chris.
Oh, that's Chris? Oh, sorry. When I hear voices in the background, I assume it's
Oh, my bad.
That's right. A Florida woman, sweltering in her powerless post-Hurricane Irma home, used sexual innuendo to try to get her electricity back, and it worked. Using leftover pink spray paint and a neighbor's spare plank of plywood, Kinsey Lee, 37, created a storm-style want ad for her yard that read, quote, "Hot single female seeks sexy lineman to electrify her life," unquote. She's not bad looking either, at least from this picture that they got here.
Do we get a link?
Sure, I can do that. Into the chat it goes for hot, sexy single woman. Let's see where to go. Quote, "I saw a post on Facebook and I thought it was really funny. And I said, I can do that better," the Fort Myers woman said with a laugh. "I just thought, hey, maybe when the linemen get to my neighborhood, this will make them laugh and they'll hook me up first." Days earlier, she had undergone a kidney and pancreas transplant at Tampa General Hospital. Since the surgery, she spent some time jumping from bed to couch to be able to stay in air conditioning as she recovers. The electric company workers played along, posing behind the sign and scratching a note on the bottom reading, "Power on due to your PPL lineman." "I thought that all of my neighbors would get a huge kick out of it," she said. And she probably also laid a few linemen.
I hope so. That girl's hot.
She's not bad looking. For 37, damn.
For 37, why you say it like that? Like I'm old and decrepit?
Hey, I'm 38. I'm old and
I'm still
decrepit.
sexy as fuck, dude.
I think I'm still pretty good looking for my
Chris,
age.
how old are you?
30. I just turned 30.
All right.
So yeah, I'm getting up there.
Oh.
I'm getting up there.
Uh-oh.
Like I said,
But you're Asian, so- You have that Asian.
My dad's like fucking 60 something, and he looks like he's my brother.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
So
That's why I hate Asians. I'm white. I look old as fuck.
yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna be like 50, and I'm gonna look like I'm 30. So
Uh-oh.
some people still think I look like I'm fucking 16. Actually,
I would have guessed mid-20s.
that's fair enough. I mean, if I don't shave and grow up the beard, then literally people respect me way more in public. It's really fucked, but it's true. As soon as you have a fucking beard, people respect you more.
It's true. You look much more distinguished.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Cryptic. She's hot, but she can't compare to Right Cheek. True story.
God. Does Chris know about right cheek and left cheek?
Chris, do you
I
know
have
about
no
right cheek
idea.
and left cheek?
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Send him the link, dude. Just
Well,
send him the
first
link.
of all, it's important to note that Monkey has a hard-on for midgets.
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm just saying, like,
You gotta fuck something, right?
there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that, like, that's why he found this.
If anything,
Yeah.
it just
I love
costs
it.
it just costs Monkey a little bit more when he goes to get a prostitute, right?
Well, see, I
Yeah,
have this
well,
fantasy.
this is
Chris.
immensely amusing for me because he sends me midget videos and it's great.
Oh, God.
I have this fantasy. I want to get a midget and I want to get little rocking shoes and stand her in front of me and slap her on the forehead so she just. That'd be really great.
Jesus.
Good luck with that.
Send him the link to the video.
Thank you.
All right, this next one comes from First Cynic, and if you want to talk about,
Real quick.
oh, sorry,
The link is in our chat here in the. What am I saying?
I don't know.
The Hangout chat.
Thank you, the Hangout chat. God damn it.
Timothy Seelbeck sent you
You're
something.
welcome.
And thank you, Timothy Seelbeck. Damned young punks. That's right. Being the old man in the room.
Okay, so if you wanted an ironic name for your drink, this comes from First Cynic. Death Wish Nitro Cold Brew Coffee recalled over botulism risk.
Nice.
There's strong coffee, and then there's really strong coffee. If you were planning to drink a can of the world's purported strongest coffee, you might want to think again. Death Wish Coffee has issued the recall of certain cans of its Nitro Cold Brew after discovering they could contain a deadly toxin. Death Wish Coffee announced this week that it would recall its 11-ounce cans of Death Wish Nitro Cold Brew Coffee after discovering that the production process could lead to botulism, which can be fatal in serious cases. Let's see. And then it goes into what like botulism does to you. Let's see. Our customer safety is of paramount importance, and Death Wish Coffee is taking this significant proactive step to ensure that the highest quality, safest, and of course strongest coffee products we produce are of industry-exceeding standards. Mike Brown, owner and founder of Death Wish Coffee Company, said in a statement.
Well,
yeah,
they're not false advertising.
No. They say they're so far unaware of any illnesses related to the issue, but just on the chance of the risk, they're doing that. So.
Well, then how'd they find out?
Well, they did a test or something and found that it was possible, so I guess.
Like after you sold it? Like, way to go.
How do you get botulism from coffee?
Well, botulism is just like, it's just rotting food. So if you have like residue of something on there that gets stuck or something, I don't know.
All right.
Botulism. What else do we have? How long do you want to go with MSS News Monkey?
Not real long tonight because we have a guest and I want to pick his brain a little bit.
Okay.
So maybe 2 more stories.
Okay, I'll do this one. This comes from Drip, whoever Drip is. That's a new one. Fugitive Chicago police sergeant arrested after nearly 15 years.
Damn.
Okay. A former Chicago police sergeant wanted on federal drug and conspiracy charges was arrested in Detroit after nearly 15 years on the run. Eddie Hicks was the alleged ringleader of a crew of 5 men that posed as federal drug agents to shake down drug dealers for cash and narcotics. Hicks and other members of the crew were arrested in 2001. Federal documents filed after his arrest quoted an unnamed cooperating witness as saying Hicks was part of a police ripoff crew that raided drug apartments, grabbing up cash and narcotics, and leaving without arresting anyone. Well, that sounds like training day. Hicks was apprehended in Detroit on Tuesday morning and had appeared in U.S. District Court where he was ordered held until he could be brought to Chicago to face charges filed against him. Did they say where he hid all the whole time? Nope, just that he was on the run. Okay.
Man, Chicago just seems like it's not doing well. The only good thing I see is the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, hockey.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't hear much else good coming from Chicago. No offense to Chicago, but
my Cubbies are there.
Oh no. Okay. Now, if this isn't the worst idea I've ever heard, this one comes from Signal Boost. Taco Bell will add alcohol to its menu at 300 locations.
Oh boy.
Now you can shit and barf in the same meal.
Drunk diarrhea is the
I know,
best.
drunk diarrhea, man. Out of both ends. In an effort to innovate their brand, good Christ, fast food chain Taco Bell has announced they will open 300 brand new locations that will serve alcohol. The locations will not have a drive-through.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
that's amazing.
And will be known as Cantina-style Taco Bell locations. Ironically, 55 to 70% of Taco Bell's revenue comes from drive-through orders. Yeah, well, I don't know how that's ironic, but whatever. Taco Bell's new franchise is expected to launch by 2022. So we've got some time. Okay. The company is focusing on urban areas such as Detroit, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Boston, and New York. Yes, all these places need more fast alcohol.
Yeah, that sounds good. More drunken fucking people running around. Taco Bell.
Okay, quote, one of the cool things happening in America right now is the revitalization of urban areas, and we're going to contribute to their downfall. No, that was not their quote. That was my quote. That was not their quote. And we're seeing millennials moving into downtown areas. Mike Grams, Taco Bell's chief operating officer, told Food and Wine.
What millennials need.
I know.
Taco Bell and alcohol.
Now, wait a second. Alcohol served in the Cantina-style Taco Bell will include draft beer, bottled beer, sangrias, and twisted mixed drinks. What, not tequila? Just not straight tequila?
Not tequila?
I mean,
Probably just in Las Vegas, just in the lower areas. You know,
just break out the
all the
Patron
Mexicans.
everywhere, man. Or the Maui Wowie, something like that. Okay. Anyway, there's your
I'd
two.
say it's just all the people in the South closer to Mexico will want tequila. I don't know about if people drink tequila in Detroit. You know.
Yeah. Well, unless you want me to do another one or two, that's MSS news for tonight.
That's fine. Let's leave it right there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like a headache. Just reading out fucking nonsense.
There's a lot of times when we do this where we get a story and it's just like I don't even know what to say.
That's how I felt the whole time.
Let's go on to YouTube time. SDA, what'd you do today?
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything on YouTube today.
Thanks for playing. Scribbles, what'd you do?
Okay, well, I'll try to keep my video stuff short because I do have some ads to read from last night.
Cool.
But so I did a video I've been talking about the last couple of days on a Vox.com piece, my second Vox.com piece. It's difficult for me to summarize what it's about because even after watching it effectively 3 times and creating a video on it, I'm still not sure quite what it's about, but it's Vox just saying a bunch of nonsense and not making a point.
Scribe is not lying here. I watched his video and I have no idea what the guy he was responding to was talking about.
And just so everybody knows, I did edit the original video slightly. I did take out some of the superfluous footage they put in there from CNN reports and stuff that had nothing to do with making a point. But I didn't remove anything of what the main speaker said the entire time. I don't know, but this is apparently Vox's complaints, and by all means, go watch it and comprehend it if you can, because I sure as hell did my best. Now,
if somebody could explain it to me, I would love it.
So I have 4 ads to read, and yes, for Chris's edification. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was going to say, you want to explain to Chris what your ads are?
Okay, so Chris, what my when we rotate to my channel hosting the stream every third night, my singing for my supper is that if somebody donates a $10 or more, they can request me to create a custom ad for them, in the sense they say, do an ad for me on this product or something, or they make up something. And then if I can during the stream, I jot down something and I read it like, radio announcer style. If it overflows, then I write something and read it the next day. Well, I have 4 ads to read that are leftovers from last night. So each of these individuals donated at least $10 to request this. So the first one comes from our constant companion, Sanguine. And Sanguine requested a movie trailer for alternate history sci fantasy that split from our time in the 1800s. Now, Sanguine likes to give me complicated, convoluted things to make an ad for, but in this instance, I think I came up with something decent. So here's a movie trailer. This is not the history you know. What came to be known as the grand opening in 1854 was caused by the successful incantation of occultist Pascal Randolph to contact life beyond death. But the opening has never closed. Only those whose lives end violently remain the most cohesive. And in the decades since, their presence brought a halt to war and most violent crime, the restless dead becoming the greatest deterrent to atrocity. Now, in 2017, in a world still of steel and iron, untouched by the advances of conflict, someone has discovered how to banish the dead from existence, and the world will never be the same. Sanguine Productions brings you An End to All Shades.
Well done. Well done.
All right. And then
I like when he gives you the historical ones.
Yeah, well, then Whiskey Theorizes, our viewer, decided to try to outdo Sanguine for complexity.
Yes, he did.
So he wanted an ad for a post-apocalyptic movie where the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are Barney the Purple Dinosaur, Mr. Rogers, Bill Nye the Science Guy, and Darkwing Duck. So here we go. As the end of the world neared, God decided to take pity on his creations and allow them a little levity in their inevitable doom. So get ready for a laugh-pocalypse as the new Four Horsemen bring you to the end of the world with a smile. Starring Barney the Purple Dinosaur as Pestilence. Hi, everybody. Want to get sick? Mr. Rogers as War. Hey, neighbor, let's fight. Bill Nye the Science Guy as Famine. All right, who's hungry for science? And Darkwing Duck as Death. I am the terror that kills you in the night. They're all on a hilarious ride to hell in The Magnificent Seven Seals, a Whiskey Theorizes production.
Well done. That was awesome. That was fucking awesome.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay.
The first few impressions were pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, well, the Barney I knew I could do. The other ones, not so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't do all of them, right?
No, well, if I was more talented. Okay, third ad and next to last, Corey asked for nipple soothing cream for Monkey, because if Chris may not be aware, one of Monkey's gimmicks is having a bounty put on his nipples being twisted by his wife live on the air. Too much pain and screaming.
That's absolutely true. For $20, my wife will come over and squeeze my nipples, and people get to hear me yell.
So
I'm a whore. I'm okay with it.
All right. So here's the ad. Friends, do you suffer from chronic nipple twisting? Are your sensitive nubs constantly chapped and irritated from purple nurples? Corey Suzuki Pharmaceuticals is proud to present Oil of Areola, the soothing cream that has been pH balanced for both men and women. Made of a secret combination of aloe, shame, and Lady Monkey's laughter, Oil of Areola wipes away the pain and bruising of mild domestic violence. Oil of Areola. It's the tits.
Well played. Well played.
All right. And lastly.
Oh, yeah. And for the record, I just put it in chat. Do not donate tonight for nipple twisting. Lady Monkey is not home. She had to go into the office today. So
there you go. Lastly, and perhaps leastly, Zelthor and Punisher's meme machine was the request. So here's my attempt. Do you love looking at meme images on Twitter, but are too much of a wuss to come up with any of your own? Then you need Zelthor and Punisher's patented meme machine, the new phone app that takes all of the nuance and consideration out of satire and social commentary. Just speak your truth into your phone, and before you know it, a meme will be created and posted to Twitter for all to see. You can choose from Pepe, Angry Girlfriend, Mother of God, and over 1,000 others. The Meme Machine by Zelthor and Punisher. It's the best product in the world. We meme it sincerely.
Oh, fucking shit. Oh, this guy's on fire. Oh, fuck.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed your ads. It'll be my turn at the wheel again in a couple of nights, and you can torture me some more with some creative writing.
All righty.
What did you do today, Monkey?
Well, we have a guest. We're going to ask Chris. Chris, what videos have you and Andy done recently?
Just did. I think we just posted like a couple hours ago or something like that. Another Riley Dennis video.
You guys buried him.
I know. That's what I said. I told him, like, you sure you want to dig this shit up? He's like, yes. Just started fucking pissing me off. I'm like, but we buried him, man. He's like, no. I'm like, all right, fucking doing it. So we actually just went over again. We made about a minute and some odd through the video, and then we had to give up because every 2 fucking seconds or 2 words that she says, you're angry. You're angry, and then you have to demolish her. And then even while editing, she doesn't shut up. Like trying to edit her videos, it's like as soon as you've done one sentence, there's no breath. There's no like, you take a minute, like when you're having a conversation.
Oh my God. I swear to God, she does that just so like we tear our hair out trying.
I think so. I think it's on purpose now.
Yeah, like, I know, right? It's like, if they're going to make response videos, I'm going to make them kill themselves. And you're like,
you're like, oh, shut the fuck up for 1 second. Like Philly, on the show. Philly D will have that too. Like whoever's editing it'll go right away and it'll cut. But he talks like a normal human being, so it's paced, so you don't care. But Riley is just like, I was trying to edit and trying to find out where exactly she finishes. I have to go frame by frame, but as soon as you go to the next frame, she's like halfway through the next word. I don't understand it. It's fucking annoying.
Something I do is like I slow down her videos so that it's like a quarter of the speed, and then like I get it like right there, and I'm like, all right, and then I speed it back up because
that's good.
It's awful.
Yeah. That's how you can like actually listen to it.
Right? Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. I was telling Annie, I'm like, really, man? Why are we gonna do Riley? I was fucking done with it. But I think she did come out and like said she was like supporting Antifa, and Blair White did a video on that too. And I'm like, well, if you're supporting Antifa, kind of have to talk about you then. So
how far in advance do you guys make your videos?
I guess these are good questions because I don't think most people know how we produce our shit. It's literally I come in at about like noon or 1 o'clock, maybe a little later depending on what the fuck's happening, and we kind of just see what's good. Scroll through Twitter, see what most people are talking about, and if we find something that's hot, and obviously you want to try and hit hotter topics. It's just a good tip for anyone on YouTube. It's like you stick to your genre, but try and find what most people are talking about and take an angle with that. Well, we find out what's good, and then we'll talk about it for a second, make sure we understand the article and everything. Maybe find an angle if we can find a funny angle. Like tomorrow, we filmed Tariq Nasheed video. We're like, you know what? Haven't done Tariq, and I went to his Twitter and found that same article about the straight black people being same as white people. Yeah. So he tweeted that, and I was like, oh, this is fantastic. This is some good shit. So we're like, we have to do Tariq. But we were going to do that, and what we wound up doing instead was it was going to be released tomorrow. He has called out Ian Miles Chong as he tweeted Ian Miles Chong saying he is a white supremacist and he supports Hitler. And so I was like, you know what? This is new information for me. I was like, whoa, I didn't know Ian was a white supremacist, and he provided some great information. So he's such a reliable source. You know what I mean? Yeah, so
if he's not a Poe, he's got brain damage. Those are the only two choices.
Hey, Monkey, it's clearly not nice to make fun of the retarded. Stop it.
I do that all the time.
So we have we are exposing Ian Miles Chong tomorrow. He doesn't know it, but we're exposing him tomorrow for the white supremacist that he is.
Well, there you go, guys. Tomorrow on Andy's channel. How come you don't have your own channel?
Pardon?
So how come you don't have your own channel?
Because one channel is a lot of work. I am thinking about starting my own channel, but again, like what would I do? It would be centered around maybe a little bit of mental health psychology stuff, even talk about a bit of history. I'm thinking it would revolve a little bit more around the science aspect. I've had this idea for a little while just to get something else going for myself, but like this channel is where it's at. I enjoy it. It's so much fun. And here's the thing. Like we come in the afternoon, we film that, we edit, and then we do a live show. That takes and to research something, find something we like, that, as well as go on Discord. That can take anywhere from like 5 to 6 hours, and then you're done. So that's not a bad work week. Don't get me wrong. It's like a 30-hour, maybe more, because we're coming on people's shows like yourself and like Patreon.
I wasn't trying to break up Batman and Robin, you being Batman and Andy being Robin. But I was just curious.
No. No, go ahead.
Base Mama gave a super chat. She said, Chris should get me on Warski Live because I miss him so much. Not Andy, though. Fuck Andy. Thank you.
Yeah, we haven't had Base Mama on the show, I don't even think, for a while. So fuck. We will. Well, Mama, talk to me. We'll get you on. But yeah, I am trying to. I was finishing up a project with my parents, helping them out. They had a construction project. My dad's getting older, so I've been helping them out in the morning. So it's been like fucking construction work in the mornings, and then go to the studio. You do another 6 hours. So I've been doing like 9-hour days, and you're fucking done. So in the next coming months, I'm thinking about trying to start my own channel. So wake up in the morning and film some shit over at my house and then upload it. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I might be coming out with my own channel.
Thank you so much, Cryptic. Is it racist to call him Tariq Nigsheed? I think it might be.
Nah, that's fine.
I think it might
be.
It's a little racist.
Real quick, you also had Drunken Uncle on Warski Live today, right?
Yeah, we did, and he's fucking hanging out in the chat here. So
yeah, I took a nap, and I only caught the tail end of it. How'd that go?
It's fucking hilarious. This guy is a lot funnier than I even thought. I haven't laughed that hard for a while, and our first week back from Warski Live was good to have him on. So you just fucking joke after joke after joke. I was fucking dying, and then we spent like fucking 20 minutes on Amy Schumer.
God, why?
And he made us watch the new trailer during the show, and I can't handle that. I can't. There's only so much cringe I can take, and then I'm fucking done. But Andy loves cringe, and me and Uncle were just getting fucking annoyed.
Yeah. If you guys in the chat don't watch Drunken Uncle, go check out his videos. He is funny as hell.
Yeah, check him out. I wish I could have as much energy as he does in his videos.
Well, the great thing about him is a lot of times you watch videos of people and they're very funny, and then you see them live and they're just not. And it's not mean. It's that they work with a script in their videos, and it's a lot harder to be witty on demand. And Drunkle pulls it off. That's just who he is, and it's funny as hell. Oh, my turn, huh? What did I do my video on today? Oh, yeah. The University of New Hampshire, there's a sorority where they uploaded a video of themselves to Snapchat singing along to Gold Digger. And the white girls didn't censor themselves when he said nigga.
No.
Yes. So the university is investigating the sorority over this.
Yeah.
What? Were they black? Are they black girls?
No, it's a mix of black and white girls. And since the white girls didn't censor themselves, so there's some people from the University of New Hampshire who have they have a Facebook group called All Eyes on You. How do you say it? It's UNH. And they're very upset about this because the white girls should actually stop singing when that word comes.
That's fucking retarded.
It is. And so I made myself a little video. There's a nice cartoon in there for you guys. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go check it out. It's some of my best work, I think.
Okay.
That's not nice.
I said, why aren't you working for Pixar in the comments?
The art, let me just say, the art is absolutely, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
And I say that as like an artist myself.
I came in my pants.
Can we get a sample?
Gross.
Can we get a sample?
I don't know if I could bring it up and actually show it.
You can.
Okay.
Just
screen share.
Screen share. Share your screen.
Mine is like lower your porn tabs and then screen share. Yeah.
Let me see. Well, I want to do just the cartoon for you guys. Let's see if I can get that worked out here.
But while you do that, I was gonna say, like, what is the problem with that video? Like, when they would start to be dancing and everything, and then when it stops, when they're about to say the N-word, do the white girls just start lashing the black girls, or like what?
You would think that it would be something that horrific.
The lyrics.
Yeah, they just sing.
They're just gonna fucking sing. If a black person wrote it and I'm covering the song, then I'm gonna fucking sing it because that's how it's written. So, you know.
All right, you guys ready for my masterpiece? Can you see this? Is it sharing?
No.
God damn it.
No, it's
YouTube.
Not. It's that green button that says screen share on the left there.
Yeah, but it's telling me I'm presenting to everybody and then I'm sharing. What the hell?
Do you want me to try it, Spunky?
Sure, yeah. You try it because it's not doing it for me. What the fuck?
Let me pull it up.
YouTube, damn you.
You have a super chat, Monkey.
Oh, thank you so much. I have a giant. Okay, where'd that go? Thank you, Sanguine. Shit, everyone on my old football team would belt that shit out. Black, Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, and me, the token white, didn't fucking matter. Yeah, that's how it should be. It's a goddamn song.
Here you go, Spunky.
That's right.
Are you
Again,
ready?
people
You're presented. So
whoa, okay, all right. It's a bit much to start here, but you know.
And it like, isn't it beautiful? Look at that! Look at that detail. The fabric details. It's just, and that animation. It's in the fire. The fire is moving in the background.
It looks like when I get ready to go into the studio.
Look at that. Look at it. It's great.
it's not showing me what you're presenting. Fucking YouTube. Anyway, you guys can check that out on my channel. I'm so tired of these fucking snowflakes.
Did this thing just get demonetized like immediately because of that?
Oh yes, it did. When I upload my videos, I upload them private so I can do like the end screens and everything. It was demonetized then.
You're still
even when it was private.
Funky.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't get grumpy.
I'm not
Okay,
getting
there we go.
grumpy. I mean, never mind. It's fine. I won't finish that sentence.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that was my video today, and that's all I have. Do we have any YouTube drama? Oh, YouTube drama. We have Chris here.
No, I'm
That's
friends
right.
with everybody.
Oh, now you
Chris,
my
I have a
friend?
question for you about YouTube drama.
All right.
Andy occasionally gets embroiled in drama.
Oh shit! I know where this is going.
No, actually, I'm wondering. I've never seen it actually like splash back on you. Has there ever been a time where you've gotten a bunch of shit over what he's said or what you guys have done?
No. I mean, when I did a solo video for the first time in December, some Asians were really mad at me. But no one really cares about that, so it just blew over. But the thing with the drama, I'm not a big fan of drama, like just in general. So, you know, if you guys don't know, I guess my personal life, I guess this is more personal side of me outside of the Warski stuff. I don't give a fuck. Like, I spent so much time in psychology that you're dealing with other people's drama. Like, if I'm being paid to do that, okay, but it was still hard. But the amount of shit that I've seen when I used to come home from work, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, if things happen at home, it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. Or you left this on and that person's mad. You fucking just stop it. Like, your life is not worth dealing over that shit. Now, on YouTube is different because drama, as we know from Jersey Shore, is very entertaining. And same with WWE. It's very entertaining stuff. So, you know, people enjoy drama. It's a fucking category of movies and shit and shows. So, it's just for me, I'm not a fan, but I can comment on it. I understand the psychology of it. If someone pisses you off or wronged you, I mean, I have people who wronged my family. I say, fuck them. There's all drama, but that kind of shit too. But you know, it's good in doses. But I don't know how Keemstar does it. Like that guy, fucking, he's in it 24/7. And I've heard we were talking about another podcast. I think it was Tommy C saying this. He's like, he is embroiled with it. If he's not talking about his YouTube drama, he's talking about himself.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm a huge fan of drama as long as I'm not a part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I enjoy watching the stories unfold and some of the like with Andy recently, he had the thing with Theron Meyer and Hi, I Think I'm Real.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching that because it's like with Theron's critique of Andy, I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? I mean, he didn't say anything that was overtly sexist. He was being fucking outrageous for the sake of comedy. And I think sometimes people don't get that about Andy.
Yeah.
I actually had people go, well, what was the joke there? I'm like, the whole fucking thing was, oh God.
But then there's no point explaining. So that's the thing I found with the channel. Most people who come here, they'll be like, what the fuck? They're very confused since even before we got big. People come to the channel and they're like, what? They'll be actually angry and then they're entertained at the same time and they don't like some of the cuss words and shit. So it's a confusing feeling when you see him talk, but I guess that's what people's qualms are. And then the thing is, you have to watch a bunch of videos before you understand what the Warski channel is about. Otherwise, you're gonna think it's very shallow. Fuck this guy, and like you won't get it. So, at least that's how I feel.
The first Warski video I remember seeing is the one where Andy's out in the woods fucking trees.
That's the first one you saw?
It's the first one I remember. I think I saw a few before that, but that's the one that went, oh yeah, I'm subscribing to this channel.
Well, yeah, you can't forget that. Like that's
No.
ingrained into your brain.
Is Andy like that in real life? Is he bombastic in real life?
An ecosexual?
No, not no. And Andy, like in his video that Theron had the problem with, where he's just loud and outrageous. Is that how he is all the time, or is that mostly an act?
No, he's not. His anger that you see, that comes through his whole family. Like it's Portuguese. They yell at each other, go, "Ah!" And then as soon as they're done fucking yelling, they're back to normal, like as if this fight didn't mean a goddamn thing, which it didn't, right? So that's how he is. That's how he is in real life. But he does it. He's a fucking chill guy. Doesn't want drama in his own life. Like it's the same shit. But when it comes to YouTube, he's just very passionate about the drama. He enjoys drama way more than me. So
well, that's my next question. Are you as chill in real life as you seem on camera?
Probably even a little more chill. Like I am more of an introvert than people think. I'm not on Twitter a lot because I can't handle it. I'm not like even coming here. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm down to come back here, but I'm not as social as him. Like my social battery tank runs out, and then I need introvert time.
I feel you.
What was that?
I feel you there. I get really exhausted, like with people talking to me on Twitter and stuff like that. And I'm just
That's
like,
right.
We have breaking news, guys, real quick. Let's see. The North Korean foreign minister has said they may test a hydrogen bomb in the Pacific.
In the Pacific? Are they out of their fucking minds?
Well, do you need to ask that question of North Korea at this point?
Actually, they are. Holy shit.
Yeah, so that's that came out about 45 minutes ago, I guess. But yeah, so that's just so you know, the latest and greatest on North Korea's grand plans for their own self-destruction.
Well, hey man, like I think the conclusion is some people in Western society are going to get hit by that first, and then we can go in there. But I don't know any other way that's going to go down.
Yeah. But Monkey can tell you just how hard it was to talk me into doing these streams every night.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It can be a lot, and it's very, very tiring. Like we burned out a few weeks ago before our vacation. We're like, it's too much. You need to fucking recharge the batteries. So, and that's a psychology thing. So,
Minding Freedom, thank you so much for the donation. Chris, did you ever have a German with humor on Warski Live? Kraut doesn't count. He's Austrian. And did you ever check your Asian privilege?
Jesus.
What?
People shilling themselves to you. For the record, Minding Freedom is a great guest. He's funny as hell.
I'm assuming he's German.
He is. He is. So you have to be careful with Nazi jokes.
Jawohl.
Yeah, well, not on this channel. No, absolutely.
Sanguine, thank you so much. Un wants to be the last Kim, it seems. Yeah, it looks like he's headed that way.
The last Kim.
The last Kim.
And did I ever check my Asian privilege? No. That just runs wild. It does what it wants to do. People always tell me, "Oh, I want your skin, and I want your hair. You look so young." Well, that's my fucking Asian privilege. You can fucking deal with that. That's that's about it. I'm not checking nothing.
Well, you also have the smart thing too. Did you do good in school?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did like fucking like 80s or like A's and B's in high school. Then first year university, I got fucking 60s. And then last year,
Clearly, he's only half.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm part Trini. Hold on there. Hold on there, you. I don't even. What's your name?
SDA.
I got SDA. Hold on there, SDA.
There you go.
My grades went up in fourth year university. I stopped going to class because I understood you can just self-educate, and because I stopped going to class, that's when my marks went up to A's. And then I did the master's program for psychology, and the whole report card's straight A's, A pluses. So I pretty much figured out how the academic system works. It's pretty bullshit, but as long as you understand the system, then you know how to fucking get through it.
You said you're 30, so you went to university when social justice was already started. Did you have to deal with a lot of that shit?
Oh yeah, I went to fucking York University in Toronto. It's like one of the most outspoken, opinionated schools ever. And looking back on it now, I guess I really that taught me to speak out. My parents and stuff and friends were like, "Why the fuck you always like?" I would just call people out for shit. And
Nice.
I'm still doing that now, but I would do it pretty aggressively. And and so over the past years, I've learned to tone that shit down and do it in a more constructive way if it's not for entertainment purposes. And so I learned all that. I went through all that liberal arts shit, and then watching everything turn to crap was like, all right, that's now I'm gonna step out. And Andy started doing this stuff, conservative. And the minute I'm watching him, I'm like, this guy didn't even go to fucking school, but he's right. So. Like, he's very intelligent too. So when you got a guy like that saying that, like, he would do great in school, he would do absolutely fine, he would destroy it. Just he doesn't like doing essays and shit. But when I started seeing that, I'm like, all right, this is the time to leave the liberals, and I'm glad I did. And that's where everybody is right now. So I mean,
Minding Freedom in the chat says, to be honest, shilling yourself feels so dirty. Don't be like that. You got to shill yourself a little bit.
I mean, how do you, if that's the case, fucking white YouTubers should be like feeling like a piece of crap with no soul.
Oh, fucking Whitey. I love Whitey. Collab, bro. Oh man. Do we have a deep topic for this evening?
Well, I wouldn't want to do the root article since Chris and Andy are doing a video on it. So
no, fuck that shit. You know what? Like, it's not. Oh, one person's got the topic. No, the internet, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
If someone does a story, you want to.
That's it.
I was just
all the
being
worst
polite.
videos, and I'm gonna ride your coat.
I was
to the
just
top.
being
Well,
polite.
you see, thank you. But I'm just like, this is the way I look at it too, because like, if you want to talk about a hot topic, doesn't mean it's off because fucking Sargon did it. You know what I mean?
All
Like,
right.
you know.
Okay.
All right,
So-
guys, we're going to the root. You know what this
Well,
means.
actually, I take it back. This is from Huffington Post.
Oh, even better.
Oh,
Yeah. So I mean, now it may have been it may have been reposted at the Root or something else, but this apparently is a Huffington Post article. I think I can be forgiven for thinking it may have been a Root article, but
Okay, before we dig into it, Sanguine,
yes.
thank you so much. Speaking of shilling, I am the minions of the Zookeeper tonight. Guys, they do a stream right after us, so check out Sanguine's channel for that. Go ahead.
Oh, look at Minions of the Zoo. They have like a shared channel they go to run that. So the author of this is Dr. Christian H. The letter H. I question her PhD, but anyway. Underscore, it says, believer in #BlackGirlMagic, a professor and committed to all things wellness and self-love. So she's a big believer in masturbation. All right.
yeah.
So, oh, wait a sec. No, this is I take it back. This is a woman's response to straight black men are the white people. Oh, so this is a response blog to the original blog. Let me find the original blog because I got duped, unfortunately. And it's not Jack Cochran's fault. I didn't understand the context this was coming in. Here we go. All right, so no, I take it back. The original article was at the Root. It is by Damon Young, and this is filed under Black Women. And the subblog is Very Smart Brothers.
Brothers. I hope white people come up.
All right, here we go. It feels counterintuitive to suggest that straight black men as a whole possess any sort of privilege, particularly the type of privilege created for and protected by whiteness. In America, we are near or at the bottom in every relevant metric determining quality of life. Try Native Americans first, buckaroo, just let you know. Our arrest and incarceration rates, our likelihood of dying a violent death, our likelihood of graduating high school and attending college, our employment rates, our average net worth, our likelihood of surviving past 70. I could continue, but the point is clear. By assessing our privilege, or lack thereof, on these facts considers only our relationship with whiteness and with America. Intraracially, however, our relationship to and with black women is not unlike whiteness's relationship to us. In fact, it's eerily similar. Okay, that is My brain is already breaking. What gobbledygook? All right.
So wait. If I'm understanding this right, black men are the white people of blackness.
Well, apparently so. Well, no, blacks. I think it's straight black men.
Oh,
Straight black
so
men.
not the gay ones.
That's the
Straight
title.
black
That's the
men.
title.
Well, yeah, because they've got like the least check marks next to the "How are you
That's right.
fucked" box.
So
Okay.
Ghazi's
Right,
still
that's
okay.
right.
All right. Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, because no, to be the same-sex loving individual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He's a fag.
We're
Anyway.
the ones for whom the first black president created an entire initiative to assist and uplift. Which one was that? Okay. We're the ones whose beatings and deaths at the hands of the police galvanized the community in a way that the beatings and sexual assaults and deaths of those same police inflict upon black women do not. Wait, you have privilege because people pay attention when you get your ass kicked?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're the ones whose mistreatment is. Wait.
Well, that goes against the narrative of Black Lives Matter because nobody gives a shit when a white guy gets beat down by police.
Women who get beat up by police, or black women who get beat up by police, or end up like killing themselves or whatever, like the lady who hung herself in the jail cell and everything.
Yeah.
Sandra Bland. These guys don't get any attention. Okay.
None. That's why you know her name.
All right. That's right. We're the ones whose mistreatment inspired a boycott of the NFL despite the NFL's long history of mishandling and outright ignoring far worse crimes against black women. Okay. We are the ones who get the biggest seat at the table and the biggest piece of chicken at the table despite making the smallest contribution to the meeting.
Wait.
What?
Did she just go chicken on our ass?
No, hold on. Okay, now the author of this, the other one was a woman. This is Damon Young writing this. This is a guy
he's
writing
black.
it.
This is straight black man.
This is a straight black man saying this.
Yeah.
Okay. And nowhere is this more evident than when considering the collective danger we pose to black women and our collective lack of willingness to accept and make amends for that truth. It's a damning and depressing paradox. When speaking about race and racism, we want our concerns and our worries and our fears to be acknowledged. We want white people to at least make an effort to understand that our reality is different from theirs and that white supremacy is a vital and inextricable part of America's foundation, and we grow frustrated when they refuse to acknowledge their role, historically and presently, in propagating it. Yes, how dare you refuse to acknowledge your connection to an ideology that you may have nothing to do with? Congratulations.
Nobody has their own fucking reality.
I do.
No, the purpose of the word reality is it's what's real.
Well, my
Everybody
green isn't
shares it.
necessarily your green, monkey.
Oh, bullshit. It's still green.
You don't know that.
Hold on. Keep reading.
Okay. When the racism isn't blatant or doesn't appear to exist at all, we have to make it up. No, sorry. We want them to give us the benefit of the doubt because we've trained ourselves to be able to sense it. I am Daredevil. I can see things beyond sight beyond sight. Okay. Even in minute and barely perceptible amounts. So you have senses like a hound dog? I can sense racism at 1,000 parts per million. Because our safety depends on our recognition of it. We share how it feels to be stopped by a police officer, or perhaps to walk into an all-white bar and have each eye trained on us, or perhaps to jaunt down a street. You jaunt? Okay. Jaunt down a street in an all-white neighborhood, and we want them to understand how words and gestures they consider to be innocuous can be threatening, even if there's no intention of malice.
If there's no intention of malice, it can't be threatening, you dumb motherfucker.
And what if they interpret your jaunting as threatening? Are they wrong, just like you're wrong, or not wrong? What?
For the love of Christ. Okay.
Okay. Although we recognize, here we go. There's got to be a but coming in here somewhere. Although we recognize that not all white people are actively racist, we want them to accept that all benefit from racism. And we become annoyed when individual whites take personal exception and center themselves in any conversation about race, claiming to be one of the, quote, good ones, and wishing for us to stop and acknowledge their goodness.
But there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, here it comes. Exactly. But not their butt real quick. My butt. So again, with this one paragraph, you are a racist motherfucker. All you white people are guilty because you're white.
Damn white people.
Just so you know. Okay. But here comes the big but. And I don't mean that in a racially insensitive way. But when black women share that we pose the same existential and literal danger to them that whiteness does to us, and when black women ask us to give them the benefit of the doubt about street harassment and sexual assault and other forms of harassment and violence we might not personally witness, and when good God, can you find an end to a sentence? And when black women tell us that allowing our cousins and brothers and coworkers and niggas to use misogynistic language propagates that culture of danger. And when black women admit how scary it can be to get followed and approached by a man while waiting for a bus or walking home from work. And when black women articulate how hurtful it is for our reactions to domestic abuse and their rapes and murders to be, quote, what women need to do differently to prevent this from happening to them, instead of, quote, what men need to do differently to prevent us from doing this to them, their words are met with resistance and outright pushback. Period. Fuck me. After demanding from white people that we've listened to and believe that our livelihoods are considered, our ears shut off and hearts shut down when black women are pleading with us. Fuck.
What's the difference from all the people that he named, you know, brothers, family, and all that, and a nigga? Because he separated that.
I don't know. What's exactly what distinguishes all these from others? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. They're doing the cultural slang. I don't know.
Cousins, brothers, coworkers, and the rest of black men, I guess. Anybody who doesn't fall into those three categories but is still black, maybe.
Okay, so a black man without a job who isn't related to you.
Yeah, exactly. Or who doesn't work in your same company.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My bad.
Making things worse. Oh God, worse. Making things worse is that black women and girls are also black people in America.
What? No.
A fact
Are you sure?
Hold on. A fact we seem to forget whenever possessing a bad memory is convenient. What?
You forget they're in America?
Or that they're black women? The effects of racism, metaphysical and literal, and the existential dread and dangers felt when existing while black are not exclusive to black men and boys. Do they also apply to black women and girls?
Somebody got word of the day toilet paper.
All right.
Metaphysical, existential, really?
Word of the day toilet paper. I love you.
They face the same racisms we do, and the same doubts from whites about whether the racism actually exists that we do. What? And then they're forced to attempt to convince their brothers and partners and friends and fathers and cousins and lovers of the dangers of existing as black women, and they're met with the same doubts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
The same resistance, the same questions.
Yeah, the same resistance, same question. Go ahead.
They are not believed in the predominantly white world or in their predominantly black communities, and we black men remain either uninterested in sincerely addressing and deconstructing this culture of danger and pervasive doubt, or refuse to admit it even exists.
Okay, so just real quick, all of this, the summary of all of this is that white privilege is the worst, but black male straight privilege can be just as bad to our own community. Therefore, you have to be fearful of not only white people in general, but black straight men in particular.
Well, what he's saying is like they're saying that stuff also exists within his culture.
Okay, so being racist within your own race is basically what it is.
Well,
yeah, and Tariq doesn't like this guy. Tariq doesn't
not
like this
necessarily
guy.
Racist. It's about ignoring their hurt. This is intersectionality.
It might be intrasectionality.
Well, intrasectionality.
Yeah, it's within their own community. And what I feel this author's point out is getting towards the end there. Where I feel he's pointing out is like Tariq doesn't like this guy. Tariq thinks this guy is a white supremacist.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
How do you even? Okay.
because he's pointing out what he's saying from what I gather. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's pretty long and fucking like get to the point, bud. But he's saying like there are things within their own culture that they need to like change.
Yeah, okay.
And he's pointing that out. He's pointing the finger at his own culture.
He is, but he's pointing the finger at stupidity. I mean, he's suggesting that the problem is that what we see as a whole for the black community, the stuff BLM complains about, is strictly straight black male. It doesn't look at black women at all. But largely the stuff they complain about is fucking made up. It's stupid shit. Yes. Sandra Bland was not a victim. She was a crazy lady who killed herself in jail because she was fucking crazy. She wasn't a victim of anything. Oh God, some of this stupid shit.
And that still also relegates women and girls, even if it's just, if you take away the racial aspect and just say, okay, isolated to the black demographic, still making women and girls inherent victims of men. Men are evil. You know, this is well, it's feminism after a fashion, because this guy's admitting his guilt and being part of the patriarchy that's suppressing black women.
Yeah,
the black patriarchy.
I get Chris's point. Well, real quick, I get Chris's point. I do, and I commend him for at least blaming himself for the stuff he blames other people for. But the shit he's still fucking full of shit. Go ahead.
Finish the article.
Okay. It's almost done. I'm not quite sure where I first heard straight black men are the white people of black people. I know I read a version of it recently in Saki Benibo's The 444 Effect. Okay. Mela Machinko tweeted, quote, "Cis-het black men are the white people of black people" over a year ago, and apparently received so much criticism for it that she temporarily locked her account. But in a conversation we had earlier today, she shared that her tweet was actually a revision of another tweet she'd read. A month after Melia's tweet, it was revised again by Rodimus Prime. I also know that I've read pieces and been a part of conversations connecting our, black men's, relationships with black women to the relationships we have with white people, but never quite heard it articulated this way. Either way, that statement, that phrasing, and what they suggest are shocking and succinct, simple, subtle, and fucking scary. And it's true. The end.
So that is what, at the end, that's kind of gives you, the way I'm reading it anyways, is he's his own culture, and black men are the white people of black people. That in itself, to say that type of statement is, as he puts it, simple, subtle, and fucking scary. To say something which is obviously ridiculous. Like, why are you fucking, all the black men, straight black men are bad for our community? Well, I mean, it's the community itself, and because he's black and pointing out about his own community, that's why Tariq's shitting on him. And even read some of the comments directly below there. This guy goes, "Seems like the root is becoming more and more anti-black male. Very sad. It sucks they are joining the Gok Bondo properties and creating a white-friendly version of progressiveness that's easy to gluten-sensitive, white digestive tracks, because we can still hate black men and be woke." So this is why you guys understand it. Like, I feel like
I do.
Yeah, definitely. I see.
No, it's a bit convoluted for me too. But at the end there, I think he's saying he's on the side of like, hey guys, like, look at your own culture for a second. There are problems within it, but it's not fucking straight black men. Like, this is ridiculous.
Well, yeah, this is right up there. This retains the same concept of original sin. I mean, he's effectively nullifying, for the sake of this article and this concept, that race is a factor. He's just saying, okay, in your own demographic, regardless, putting race aside, the factors of heterosexuality and masculinity are inherently bad and are inherently oppressive, and you have to acknowledge your privilege and the damage you're doing to women as just a reflex of being alive.
That's right. Whether or not you're white or black, like, it's still
right. It just comes down to male and heterosexual.
My favorite part of it is that the evil standard is white people.
Yes, exactly. That's the measuring stick on which he's basing this entire comparison is on an entire race of people who are just obviously bad. as an inherent nature of what they are. But I mean, as bad
White
as
devil.
they are, only black men are really the sinners in this one, because black women and girls, they're still saintly and victims.
I need to get super chats caught up. We've had quite a few here. I'm going to read them in reverse order because the last one is a question, and we should get to that. Donald the Repentless, thank you so much. He says, "Hey everyone, hey back." Sanguine, I benefit from racism. Fucking prove it. Yeah, well, if you're a white male, that's proof. All the proof they need. Miss Slim One, thank you so much. Acknowledge our white goodness. We're the white devils. Sanguine again, thank you so much. If cities are being burned, done for the story we ignore, I would hate to see the fallout of a big story. Yeah. Sylvanas, thank you so much. Speaking of shilling, the Chaos 120 show on the next 6 minutes channel right now. You can't shill your channel in the middle of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck? What's wrong with you?
Poaching.
Sanguine again, speaking of shilling, I'm on the minion. Never mind, I already did that one. I'm on the Minions of Zookeeper.
You got one from Zenith at the bottom. That just happened.
I'll get to that one too. But the other one was thoughts from the dryer. Opinion on Jeff's DMCA.
What happened?
And we'll get to that in just a second. Thank you so much, Zenith.
Jeff Holiday?
Hi from Arkansas, where I posted my face on Twitter and all. Sorry I'm late. I got sick. Nice to see you. Sorry you're sick. I hope you feel better soon. Do you guys know about what happened with Jeff?
Nope.
Jeff Holiday.
Not a clue.
Yeah,
No.
Jeff Holiday. Edgy Sphinx. Do you guys know?
Yeah, so
Edgy Sphinx is
Is he
back.
still a thing?
He's back. He's got a new name. I forget what it's under. But he took a Jeff Holiday Twitter video and re-uploaded it to YouTube in the Sargon style. All he did was gave it a new title and uploaded it without comment.
Great.
So Jeff filed a DMCA against him. He's since retracted the DMCA. On Jeff's second channel, Jeff Holiday 2, he put out a challenge for people to make a video making fun of him, of Jeff Holiday. And if you do the best roast video of Jeff, he will give you $20.
Ooh, Sanguine got you again.
Yep. Thank you so much, Sanguine. Well, when you were made to be evil by an evil, big-headed scientist, you don't really get to be good, I guess.
Oh, Hotep.
Fair enough.
Do we care about the woman's response to that article from the HuffPost, that the one I was talking about earlier?
We can do it tomorrow if you want to. We're
okay,
real short on time here.
Yeah, sure.
Just to give my opinion on Jeff real quick, I have no problem with Jeff DMCAing that the same way I had no problem with Aquila DMCAing Sargon for his. You cannot take people's content and just re-upload it without permission.
And if you have a genuine claim, that's why that system is there. I know that it gets abused. Believe me, I do. But sometimes, people can have valid DMCA claims, and that's why that system's there. Sorry.
Okay, Chris, usually right about this time, we allow the audience to ask us questions. Do you mind if we do that with you here?
Yeah, go ahead. Also, one thing that I want to wrap up that article, Tariq's retweet of this says, the white-owned but pretends to be black-run site, The Root, always puts out garbage like this to sabotage black people. And he says, we've been warning people about the fuckery from that writer, Damon Young, for a year now. So he thinks that this is just all fucking white supremacy.
Of course it is.
That's really funny. Sorry. Anyway,
it wasn't Edgy Sphinx. It was Lovely Porridge. I'm sorry. Edgy Sphinx is the one who posted it to Twitter. I didn't pay attention to the channel. Sorry.
Don't know Porridge.
Me neither.
Anyway, Sphinx, I remember. Yeah.
We let the audience ask us questions at this time. So, guys, if you have questions, now's the time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw it into chat, and we will do our best to keep up with the things you're asking. Chris, our first question comes for you. Chris Warski, how do you like your martini?
I don't even drink martinis. It's more like whiskey or bourbon.
There you go. See, he's not gay, guys.
Shaken, not stirred.
Mr. Cartman is fat, wants to know what the voice at the beginning of my video says. It says ranting monkey. That's my granddaughter saying that.
Oh, that's
good. Monkey.
It's super cute.
Chris Warski, do you tongue butter turtle caves?
No. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I don't get ass licking. I'm with you on that.
I mean, I've done it before, but like, you know, it's not a,
But like,
you know,
well, sometimes you got to try things to know you don't like them. Minding Freedom wants to know why the Chargers suck so much ass. Because I like them, and that's how teams I like have to be. Robert Lang wants to know if you play any video or if you play any games, Chris.
I do, but it's been a while. I haven't really played much. So I'm fucking actually Worms Armageddon. I'm a really old school guy.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to get back in once we get our production schedule down a little bit.
Weebo Jones, thank you for the super chat. Tell Chris I'm salty he had Gemini on Warski live before me. I'll never hear the end of it. Well, it's easy. Just mute Gemini.
You guys have had a lot of people on.
Who's your favorite guest so far?
Sorry, what was
Chris?
that?
Who's been your favorite guest on Warski Live?
Oh, I'm fucking. You can't make me choose people.
Yeah, you can. You're on my show right now, and I was on yours, so there's a really easy answer here.
Fuck. Well, then I guess that would have to be Ranting Monkey.
Thank you so much. There's the best guest he's had.
That was an enjoyable show. But for this week, we've had quite the jokers on this week that I quite enjoyed. Tommy C from SDFP, his show. He was fucking amazing. And then we had Vito Gastaldi, the Pepsi dude, the guy who went around to all the protests and started handing out Pepsis to people. Yeah, that guy is fucking hilarious. We had him on the other day, so that was really good. And then fucking Drunken Uncle. So it's been a week of joking. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, I figured you guys go through so many people. Eventually, you'll get to me. You get to the bottom of the barrel eventually, right?
People are just going to keep shilling themselves. You know that, right?
Listen, yeah, I know. It's going to be what it is. The purpose of the show is to have guests on so people can fucking check it out and they can go to other people's channels. So yeah, we'll always be looking for this because we're planning to do this for. I don't think we're gonna stop this right now. There's no plans to stop. So guys, don't fret. There's always time and there's always space. Just a matter of patience.
Chris, are you stopping with
me?
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
Chris, are you stopping with a terminal master's degree, or are you going to pursue a PhD or PsyD?
Oh no, fuck! I'm done with school, man. Fuck that. I have had enough of the academic world. I could do all the research, but to me, it's not worth it. I love science, but I'm not going to spend my life doing research. Kudos to people, we need them, but that's not for me.
Oh my God.
It takes you like 3 years to do one study, and then it comes out with like, a couple points that you might get, and then that's it. So like, it's not for me.
Yeah, I wanted a PhD, and then I met a bunch of people with PhDs, and they told me like how all that happens, and I was like, fuck, no, never mind.
It's really boring, and it's a lot of commitment, and like you really gotta love it. Like you have to. Otherwise,
I was like, I'm good. I want to be done with the academic world. I'm okay.
If I were to do anything with science related, I'd be like a fucking orca researcher or some shit, where you get to like be outside and follow animals all day and tag them and shit. And that would be fun. That would be interesting. But
Skeptalk wants to know when and where you and Andy met.
Fuck. Probably smoking weed somewhere with a bunch of friends.
There you go. Chris, what is your girlfriend's bad habit that turns you off?
Oh, she's not even here right now. Perfect. This is how she is. She was a baby that never slept, so they were concerned. But she'll be up at like fucking 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. wanting to talk about the war in Iraq or some history thing or some deep, heavy war shit. And I'm fucking burnt out. It's 3 in the goddamn morning and I want to go to sleep. And she's like, no, let's talk. This is fucking Gaddafi did this. I'm like, shut up. I'm fucking tired. This is not the time for deep conversation. It's fucking bedtime. But she comes alive during the night, and that fucking pisses me off to no end. And
I'm a night owl myself, and what my wife does is she just goes to sleep as I'm talking.
And then Monkey comes to me.
I used to get offended by it. I really did when we were first dating, because I would talk to her and she'd fall asleep. And I've been told many times my voice is soothing, but that's
Voice
not.
is soothing.
It's not an excuse.
Oh, thank you. It's not a good excuse
Yes.
when the person that you're like, digging on is falling asleep because you talk. But now I actually do it sometimes. If she has insomnia, I'll go in and just talk to her until she falls asleep.
Yeah.
Adindro,
Monkey and I have lots of late night chats because
we haven't in a long time. We need to
I
do that
know,
again.
and I miss you.
Oh.
Adindro Whitehall, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, "Hey Chris, fuck you." Do you want to
Fuck
respond
you,
to that?
Andrew. You fucking cocksucker. lick my scrotum, you fuck.
Base Mama wants to know, will you open Bob?
I mean, how big is his asshole? How tight is it?
Ah.
I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that.
Jacob wants to know, is your Uncle Bing really a lawyer?
That was from a sketch. In case anybody knows, we were driving around burying Riley J. Dennis this video, and we saw a Chinese guy with Uncle Bing, and he's not a lawyer. It's actually a real estate agent. But no, he's not.
Okay.
He's just an Asian dude. We thought it was funny, so we just incorporated that into the sketch.
How long does it
No,
take you
I'm
guys
not
to come
related
up
to
with the
Uncle Bing.
sketches?
Pardon?
Do you guys spend like hours writing out the sketches and figuring it out, or is that something you guys do pretty much on the fly?
Fuck no, we do everything on the fly. There is nothing that's scripted. Absolutely nothing.
That
is
actually just
scripted.
makes it better.
Yeah, it does, because we're improvists. Like, we're fucking Whose Lines It Anyways. I love improv. We did the Dark Fist and all that shit, and all that movie was basically improv, because otherwise I'm not a script guy. I could do it, but I prefer improv because that's the heat of the moment, Tarantino style, natural reactions, always the best.
Skeptalk again wants to know, who would you like to have on that you haven't or couldn't get?
Oh, Jesus. I fucking missed Sargon. That's what I was pissed about. So we got to get him back on. You know what? Right now would have to be like Jamie Pine and the other couple guys we met at VidCon, because we've been meaning to talk to them. But, it's just fucking takes time. So I think Jamie Pine and a couple other dudes. Who was it? The fucking Ginger Heat and, oh, God. There's another fucking Ginger. Anyways, if I remember it.
We chat is alive with questions for you tonight. What's been, and this is for all of us, what's been the most interesting topic of debate in recent months?
Topic of debate?
Yeah.
That would have
I'm guessing,
this annoyed me, but the whole Rage After Storm debacle. That was just too much. That was like, fuck, guys, just let it go. If you don't understand environmental factors and social factors of someone growing up, then fine. But, if a full race, the one race might be a lower IQ, but you can't generalize everyone like that, because there are smart people in this world that are certain races, so you can't fucking do that. And the minute we tried to say social and environment things, like the whole nature versus nurture thing, everyone's like, oh, no. I'm like, all right, fuck you guys, then you don't understand it. The psychology here, and if you don't get it, then too bad.
Scribbles, what about for you?
I think for me, it's the couple of times now where we've talked about police use of force. And I've gotten a little worked up in a couple of specific cases where, it's all speculation, but I'm always sort of like, is there a step before pulling out a gun on somebody? Is there just one more step you can take before choosing the most extreme? But yeah, those tend to be the more intense ones when I get involved in them.
SDA, do you have one?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Most interesting topic of debate in recent months?
On stream?
In general.
Oh, so something happened at Georgia Tech recently, and with like a kid committing suicide by cop. We don't really have to go into it, but in my global issues class, we opened with that the other day. And he's my fun professor, so we got to talk about it, and we had quite a lively discussion about what should have happened, the whole situation surrounding it. And it was, I said things, but I didn't get involved in like the really heated discussion. But two of the kids did, and they were both saying really stupid shit, and they were just like really going at each other, and it was really funny. So,
yeah, and for me, it would be the monuments being taken down. The destruction of history is, even if you think they should be taken down, they shouldn't actually be destroyed. They should be put in a museum or something where they can still be history by hiding it. Lucky Seven wants to know, has there ever been a video you just couldn't do? Chris?
Actually, it's actually, I was just answering one of the questions actually about sponsors. What's it like working with them? That would actually have to be this, because if there's something you really don't believe in or you don't, then you wouldn't want to do that. Like, so it's anything that's really personal to you. If you really don't want to do it, because for whatever fucking reason, then you wouldn't. There wouldn't be anything really right now that we've done that I regret. So
cool.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, if I missed your question, the chat has jumped and there's still so many questions at the bottom.
Yeah.
Ask again. I will do my best to get to them. Jesse wants to know if you're feeling better, SDA.
I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still in a lot of pain. Walking has been kicking my ass.
What happened?
I've been really sick, and we don't know what's wrong.
See the doctor.
Yeah, well, we did, and we got blood tests, and all they told us was your white blood cell count's a little low. All right, bye. And I was like, well, that's alarming. Okay, so we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, hey, fucking eat right, work out, does the fucking body good.
Yeah.
Let's see, what do we have here? What is the most
I'm gonna have to
raging?
bounce. I'm
What's
gonna
that, bud?
bounce real quick, so I can maybe take like one more question.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to
Let's
bounce out real quick, so I'll take like another question or two, and then yeah.
Irate Prostate wants to know, or says, I worked as a therapist for 17 years. I'd love to talk with you about the nature of the business and how your coworkers are as sick or sicker than the patients. Is that true?
How your coworkers are as sick or sicker? Yeah. I've met some fucked up. Doctors and therapists. And
now, is that how do you think that's how they started, or it's just from hearing all of that shit?
Yeah, no, it's a combination of both, because like I went through my own fucking depression and shit, and that's kind of why I was there. So the industry tends to attract certain kinds of people. Like it's like Alcoholics Anonymous, where like, you know, you'll go through it and then you help someone else, right? But the thing is, sometimes the people who go into that, they wind up helping people, but they don't know how to help themselves. So yeah, they got degrees and shit, and they're knowledgeable on the subject, but they can't even practice what they preach. So that happens a lot in that industry. So you really got to be careful. So Irate Prostate, fucking message me on Twitter or something, throw me a tweet or something like that. And
okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna steal the last question before you bounce. Shit, I forgot my question. God damn it.
Nice. Well, I can rant for a little longer on that while you think about it. Like some of the people I've run into, like the doctors, their egos gets to their heads and they think they're the shit. So like I had a doctor fucking like yelling at the patient who's behavioral and autistic and was aggressive, and so we're holding him in restraint. The guy's fucking grabbing him by the throat and yelling. And this is all in security camera, right? The whole place is fucking loaded with cameras. And I'm standing there in the restraint while the doctor's yelling at the fucking guy. I'm like, this is fucking wrong. Like, and I just started, so I didn't speak up. I just started in that industry, so I wasn't going to say anything. But if I was a little more experienced, I definitely would have spoken up immediately. But I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And every time this doctor, I'd be in the room with someone, he'd be like talking over everyone and just talking about how good he is and shit. And I'm like, and they're all like listening to him as if he's fucking God and he knows all this shit. I'm like, you're a moron. You don't fucking come in and tell this client to stop hitting. I'm like, we've been doing that for the past fucking 6 months. It hasn't gotten any better. What makes you think you coming in and yelling in his face and holding him by the throat is going to make him change?
Well, that's how you solve problems.
I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you're an idiot. So, you know, that's one thing I could comment on.
I remembered my question. as a veteran of the Vegan Gains debates, one of the things that you did at the end of the debate is you told Vegan Gains straight up, I don't like you.
No, I didn't say that. He told me that.
No, you said
No,
that.
no, no.
You said yes, you did.
No, that was him.
That's
I
it.
like him. I saw him like, dude, I like you. I don't got anything against you.
No, Andy said
No,
that he
I
liked him,
didn't
and
know.
you said I don't like. I'm gonna pull this now. I'm gonna make a exposed
No, it's the
video
other
on
way
Chris
around.
Warski.
It's the other way around. He just went to me and was like, Chris, I don't think you're a good human being. And I'm like, that's fine. That's cool. He's like, I still like him, man. I would totally have Vegan Gains back on.
My question still works.
Okay.
How hard is it to actually be yourself when you're like doing those kind of things, having your live streams? Do you have to censor yourself at all, or are you pretty much chill with just being you?
I think the latter. I don't. If you like, you'll know when you're turning it on just to be funny. Like we're making the gay jokes, doing all that. I'm turning it on a little bit more just to be entertaining. But honestly, I'd say like 95% of that's just me. Just if it doesn't align with you, then it's not going to come across to the audience. Like you'll see through it. Or if you are putting on an act, if you can't put on your act every day, then it's going to get tiring for you. So you kind of have to blend it with yourself. But so far, I don't know. I've just been pretty honest with myself. So it's been a neat experience doing this because you're putting yourself out there, right? To people listening to you. So you have to be able to put your own beliefs forward. Otherwise, it won't go so well.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Good question. Question.
Well, I know for me, I mean, there's very little I won't say on the air. I can't think of a time where I've actually held everything back except for one horrible joke, one very, very horrible joke. Otherwise, there's times where I've gone, yeah, I'm not going to say that.
That was the best. I'm sorry. That's my favorite.
Now I want to know.
I'll DM you.
That's
I'll
the good
DM you the
stuff.
joke. It's fucking horrible, dude.
Okay.
But I just feel like I owe the audience, they came here to hear me, so that's what they get.
That's right. That's what it should be. And it's just, if there's any censoring, it's because of fucking YouTube shit. And like, obviously, I'm not gonna fucking just bash Muslims for obvious reasons. Like, you're gonna get friggin' the threat to that is too much. So there's a censoring with that, but people know my opinions on that anyways. And now you got fucking, I don't really care. If you want to be Muslim, that's fine. It's hashtag not all. But we're censoring ourselves with talking about that topic in particular. Obviously, you're going to get demonetized and views are going to be, or you're not going to be promoted. Let's just say you can still make those videos, but don't expect much, right?
Indeed.
So that'll be the closest to censoring.
Guys, we have 13 minutes left. Did you need to go?
Yeah, actually, I'm a couple of minutes overboard, and I'm fucking my friend is over here. So,
gotcha. Okay.
Shit.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I've enjoyed the conversation, and thanks for playing along with our news articles and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. It was an interesting little thing because we don't have a format, so it was nice to have a format.
They're going to be doing news stories next. Watch, guys.
Steal.
Yeah, absolutely. No shame.
Yeah,
it was fucking wonderful to be here. Thanks for the questions. I've never been interviewed before like this, so it's pretty neat for me. Yeah. Well, I'll have to come back, Monkey.
Yeah. I would love to have you back, and we'll drag Andy's ass here sometime.
Yeah. Oh, he'll show up. It's just family stuff tonight, right?
Yeah. I know. And I hope that goes well for him. So, thanks for coming, and we'll talk to you again.
Yeah,
See ya.
nice to meet you guys. Scribs and SDA. Nice to meet you guys too.
Yeah, take care.
Take it easy, guys, and bye everybody in the chat. Later, Monkey.
Okay. See you later, bud. Super Steven, thank you for the super chat. On behalf of Savannah, she wanted me to tell you, Monkey, that the next 6 minutes is a YouTube creature and that her live stream is after you guys. Okay. Gotcha. Guys, for the people who are asking, yes, the joke is the teddy bear joke, and I am not telling it. I am not telling it. You can look it up online.
The teddy bear joke is the best joke ever. It's legit my favorite joke. I love it. Sorry.
No, we have 10 minutes left. What is the most rage-inducing hypocrisy you've ever heard? Oh, God. I watch politics, so that's hard.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm not sure I can answer that. Is Helen Keller considered a human being? What the fuck? Jack Cochran, you're horrible.
Oh, sorry. I'll do my Helen
Ashley,
Keller impression.
that reminds me of the joke. Why did Helen Keller's dog kill itself?
Why?
You'd kill yourself too if your name was. Monkey Scared says Ashley Sanderson. This joke is horrible, and I do not tell it. I will give you the setup, and you guys can look it up. So, what do you guys think of Chris?
It was cool.
See, Chris is a cool guy. I like talking with Chris. Andy is too. Not taking anything away from him. I enjoy talking with both of them. They're pretty chill guys when you talk to them. I've said this before. Andy is not like that when you talk to him live. He's not like you see in his videos. He can be. There are things that'll work him up, but for the most part, damn it, I forgot to ask about Andy's dick.
Andy Dick. Oh wait.
Wow, that's the worst joke. You're tame, monkey. That's tame? Okay.
If you say so.
Donald says, so is the fidget spinner dead? I bought one in a dollar store and it's better than the one I bought for $3.99. The fidget spinner was never going to last very long.
No, it's a fad. It's a fad.
It's a pet rock.
Mm-hmm.
How do I find this joke? Oh my God.
What have you done?
All right. You talk for a minute, Scribe. I'm going to type the first part of the joke into the chat so they can go look it up.
Okay. Did you read Nope's super chat?
I don't think I did. I'm so sorry about that. Let me bring back up.
It says it was way back when it says, "Are you sure she doesn't just sleep through sex?" When I guess you guys are talking about talking your wife to sleep and everything.
Oh yeah. No, she doesn't. I don't talk during sex. I'm the strong silent type. Thank you.
Strong silent type. You don't grunt or nothing.
Cryptic says, "How long is a Chinese name?" Oh, Andy is gone.
Wah, wah.
Thank you so much for the super chat there. Guys, you can still ask questions. Just because you guys had all kinds of questions for Chris, and now you're like,
let's see. Christopher Berry says, "Is it the sex is a carnival ride joke?" No.
I put the first part of it in the chat. You can look that up.
Let's see. Robert Lang says,
"See, Ashley, wait.
Ashley
says,
got it.
Oh my God, no wonder you won't tell
Yeah.
it." Exactly.
Yes. Monkey, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
Yes, I have.
Who hasn't played Cards Against Humanity?
Mormons.
I like Cards Against Humanity, but I prefer the game. What's the name of that fucking game? Babe, what's the name of the game we played with the kids? It's really dirty.
Show and Tell.
She's not paying attention to me. No, I don't play Show and Tell dirty.
I don't know. I was like, what's that dirty game we play with our kids? Ugh.
No, it's kind of like that, but it's you answer it yourself. The Game of Things. Thank you so much, babe.
Oh, okay. I was like, ew.
Yeah, and it's in there. Go Game of Things. I prefer that because you have to use your own imagination to think up the most fucked up things you can. And my children are as fucked up as I am, so it's just funny as hell.
Weibo is asking, who should be in the anti-SJW diss track Volume 2? I forget all who was in the first one. I know it was the big ones. Let's see. Did Monkey, I think you mentioned me for 2 seconds. So, I don't know. Did you do the Warskis?
Yeah, you got to do the Warskis. If you haven't done them, you got to do Chris and Andy.
Warskis, Sinatra says, did you do Blair White? I forget everybody that you mentioned in there.
I think you should do whoever you want to do.
Oh,
That-
Kraut, and Naked Ape.
You can't do
and-
Kraut. He'll get mad and make a
No.
4-part series on you.
Mr. Medicare and who's that other one I was just thinking of and I forgot already. Oh, Dr. Randomcam and Skeptor.
Cody Fry wants to know who's been our favorite guest on the stream.
Blair White.
Bay.
I liked when we-
cracks.
I liked when we had.
I'm
It
sick.
wasn't-
Leave me alone.
It wasn't part of our little series here, but my favorite person we've talked to is Roaming Millennial.
Oh, okay.
And the
wasn't-
reason for
I
that
wasn't here
is
for that.
because she came on kind of spur of the moment, and she could have done like Blair White did, and after we were done talking about her, just leave. And instead, she stuck around and actually took questions and everything, and she was really cool about it.
Yeah, roaming's cool. I like roaming.
Alright.
But we haven't had a guest that I didn't enjoy.
Well, I mean, there's Gutenberg.
Well, Gutenberg.
Yeah.
Minding Freedom.
Nobody talks smack about Gutenberg.
Minding Freedom was awesome. He was funny as shit and let us get away with a lot of German bashing and just played along. So everybody's just been so great. Weebo Jones says, wait, y'all had Blair and Roaming on? Yes, we did.
We had
We had
Blair,
Blair
right
right-
after right after a debate with Lacey Green.
Yeah, like moments after. And we had Roaming on right after the Vegan Gains debate. So
I wasn't there.
yeah,
for that one.
Satsu was great. Yeah, I don't really consider Satsu a guest. Satsu is kind of like the fourth Beatle here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause he was.
Satsu,
He was part of the
I love
original
that we have
routine.
Satsu on though. I love Satsu. You can ask Monkey.
Me too.
When I heard that we were gonna have Satsu on, I was excited. I was more excited for him than I've been for like I think any other guest that we've had, because he was like, "We're gonna have Satsu on," and I was like, "Sue, and he was,
Yeah.
yes, best day
Oh.
ever."
Misty was roboting there.
Sorry.
Yes, Weebo. I've loved when you've been on. This way, you've been on repeatedly.
Yeah, you've been like the first go-to replacement when things go sour. For
But I
SBD.
didn't mention her by name, and she needs attention.
Oh, I see how it is.
Well, she's short, and so she has to overcompensate.
That's right, Napoleon complex.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Harvos, have you ever had the white YouTuber on? And if not, will you hopefully continue not to?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Who said that?
Harvos
That was
Marvos.
Harvos
Oh,
Marvos.
you're my new
Harvos.
favorite person.
Harvos Marvos.
I like Whitey, but this is one of the things we've talked about when we were back in a time when we weren't taking guests. You have to get somebody who can that fits, and I don't mean that insulting to Whitey, but Whitey's one of those people who will just blurt shit out in the middle of people talking. SDA. I say that with love. But I love Whitey, and I like talking to him. I don't know how much he would enjoy even being on the show. So I like talking to Whitey in other situations.
Bloodwing, Weebo's our go-to girl. You're our go-to guy.
Yeah, no
Get
shit.
it? I differentiate. I assume your genders. You see.
Oh, Nico, I'm sorry. You've asked this a few times. Digimon or Pokemon? Pokemon. I like Digimon, but Pokemon.
Neither. Don't care.
That's just not right.
Yeah, well.
Whitey would be bored. Yes, he would. He would. Why are the original Star Wars movies such trash?
Fuck.
Because you have horrible taste in movies.
Fuck you, Zach. I don't know what to tell you, Zach, but if you grew up on the prequels, you have my condolences. But the original movies were not trash.
The original movies were awesome.
Yeah, Empire is one of the best movies ever made, for God's sakes.
Weebo wants to know, how do I inspire myself to do my homework?
Homework. Oh, her homework?
Her homework.
Play with your breasts.
That's a
Or
great
make
answer.
that a reward for getting your homework done.
Have you ever watched the Star Wars Holiday Special? That's an original Star
Yes.
Wars movie. Yes, I have.
Yes, and it is awful.
Jacob Jet wants to know why everybody
hilariously awful.
wants to know why everybody picks on Whitey. Because he's Whitey. Look, I love Whitey, I do. But he's a little spastic at times. Cryptic, the first Star Wars movie or Star Trek movie was so boring. It really was. Excellent cinematics, but such a boring fucking movie.
Well, the odd numbered Star Trek movies, almost to a one, are the worst, and the even numbered ones are the better ones.
Yeah.
Weibo says, so you're saying titillation is the reward. Damn right. If I had a girlfriend and it was like, finish your homework and you get to play with these, it'd be like, I'm on it.
I don't think that has the same effect for somebody who has their own titties, though.
Well, it depends on how narcissistic you are.
It's not the same effect.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's the top of the hour.
Yeah, with that, hey, breasts.
Real quick, Ashley asks how old we all are. Scribe is 38, STA is 20, I'm 42. Chat, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for coming every night and playing along with us. You guys are awesome. I cannot thank you enough. I would like to thank Chris Warski for his time and for joining us and for forgiving me for getting to send out the link at the beginning of the show. Fuck me. Scribe, SDA, a pleasure as always. Guys, your life makes me sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.